Council, June 11th, 2013 to order. And we'll start with a roll call.
Honorable Mayor Fouch.
Present.
Honorable Vice Mayor Adams.
Present.
Honorable Councilman Dyer.
Present.
Honorable Councilwoman Norris. Present. Honorable Councilwoman Green.
Present.
Thank you.
And we'd ask Chief Eldridge to lead us for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Should we stand?
Oh Lord, as we bow our heads before you tonight, we ask Thee to guide and direct our paths, Lord, and we will lean not to your understanding. Lord, I ask you to bless the city and the employees. I ask this in our humble way. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 4, consider approval of the agenda as presented.
Make a motion. I'll second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Number 2, consider approval of the council meeting minutes. Council minutes of the meeting held May 14th, 2013.
Make a motion. Second.
Motion and second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. The motion carries. Under old business, after some investigation, we consider approval to award a bid for the elevator maintenance contract to begin March 14th, 2014. So we've got a year's worth of warranty. And Keith, you want to summarize what
we found on that was Nashville Elevator and Otis Elevator were the two companies that came in at the least expense. Both companies came in at $1,320 for an annual maintenance contract. The basic difference between those two companies, everything else was pretty much the same, except that Nashville is going to come check the elevator bi-monthly. The other company was going to do quarterly checks, and that was the major difference. And they've set that they can increase any of the fees until March 2015, until that one-year anniversary date from start of the contract. Both companies have local businesses and a promise that they keep techs in the area. The third company that quoted us was Cognier, and they came in higher at $1,416. So.
All right, I'll consider a motion.
Make a motion to approve Nashville Machine Elevator Company.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor of Nashville Machine Elevator say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. That motion carries. Under new business, the consider approval first reading of our ordinance for the fiscal year 2013 budget. I would like to suspend the reading of that ordinance if with your approval, and just let Vaughn or Keith do a summary there. So I'll make a motion we suspend the reading of the entire ordinance and ask for a summary only.
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Keith, you want to summarize that budget?
General income for what we anticipate for next year's budget is $2,564,325. What we anticipate for expenditures is $531,525, giving us an excess income for next year of $32,800. Office expenditures for next year are $683,750. Police Department, $867,650. Sanitation Department, $239,750. Center and Parks, $44,650. Fire Department, $113,765. Public Works, $581,960. We also have coming out of appropriations, we're going to have the Burton Branch project, which is an estimated $850,000 coming out of undesignated fund balance. A fire department building addition and furniture at $550,000 coming from undesignated fund balance. The fire department rescue tool is going to be rebid, and that money in the amount of $10,000 will be transferred to next year under that undesignated fund. Capital outlays for departments for the office is going to be $30,000. The police department has capital outlay of $12,000, and Public Works has $375,000.
This budget ordinance sets property tax rate at, with no increase. It's .5123 per $100 of assessed value. So I will entertain a motion to pass this on the first reading.
Make a motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. Number 2, consider approval to accept bids on the cleaning City Hall for fiscal year 2013-2014. We have considered a part-time employee, and what we'd like to do is get some bids for outside contract to see which is more economical. So I'll entertain that motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. That motion carries. Next item has to do with the accepting bids for a utility truck for the water department. So Keith, you want to talk about that?
We've checked on a utility truck for the water department. We need a heavier duty truck to carry some pumping equipment, as well as a truck that has a crane on it. We found a company that has a demo model that's going to be about $40,000 cheaper than any other comparable truck. And to try to get this going after the budget passes and July 1 starts, we'd like to go ahead and have this bid out to see if we can get in on the running for this demo model before it gets going. The anticipation is that once these budgets pass July 1 for all the cities, that there's going to be a scramble to try to get this, because $40,000 is quite a substantial savings on this truck. And it's going to give us a lot more freedom to do a lot of things that we need to get done safer and save us time and money of not having to send so much equipment out.
And the crane, why is that necessary?
Crane will be used to lift pumps out of stations to make it quicker and safer for employees and allow us to get things fixed and back in a quicker manner.
So I'll accept a motion to accept bids for utility truck.
I'll make motion.
I'll second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. The next ordinance, 572-13, has to do with the trash regulations pertaining to the new cans, and I would move that we suspend the reading of that entire ordinance and ask Keith to summarize that. I think it's second on that.
I'll second it.
Motion second. All in favor of suspending the reading of the entire ordinance, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Keith, would you like to summarize it?
Ordinance 572-13 is going to lay out some basic guidelines for trash cans. The carts that are coming in, these are 96-gallon carts. And what we're looking at here is every citizen will be given one cart free of charge by the city. Should you decide you need an additional cart, this ordinance is going to set additional carts at a $100 user fee. It's a one-time access fee to get a second cart if you have that much trash. With, it stays at the address, and if you should leave and return the cart in good condition, there'll be a 50% refund of that user fee. This ordinance will be given out with paperwork when we distribute the can, so that you'll know all the rules. It lays out what can be put in the can, what can't. The canned cart needs to be rolled to the street curbside by 7 o'clock and returned back to storage behind the house or wherever you keep it by 7 p.m. that afternoon. There are also some other guidelines about placement, and the cart company is going to come out, set the cans out, and mark where they have to be placed in order for the truck to safely pick it up and dump it. There's also setting in here that if the cart is damaged or destroyed by the resident or owner of his negligence, that to get a replacement cart, the landowner or owner of the property will have to pay a payment of current market value plus a 20% replacement fee to the city. If the cart is worn out by normal wear and tear or stolen or damaged by a person other than the resident to whom it was assigned, the city will replace it.
So I'll entertain a motion for approval of that ordinance 572-13.
I'll make a motion.
A motion and a second. All in favor of approval on first reading 572-13, say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. The fifth one was to award a bid for the fire department rescue tool. The only bid came in over budget, and so during discussion last night, we'll rebid that tool and work a little more on the advertising to get more participants in the bid. So I'll move that we rebid that, and I'll entertain a second.
Second.
Motion and second to rebid the rescue tool for the fire department. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. That motion carries. Next item, city administrator's report.
This Saturday, June 15th, from 1 to 4, there'll be open house tours of City Hall once again with the 4 o'clock dedication and ribbon cutting set. Everyone's welcome to come. At 4:30, the band Legacy with Freddie Duncan is going to play in the park, a free concert for a couple of hours. We're going to have cake provided by Walmart and refreshments for the dedication. The new garbage truck is due in next week, so training should begin on that very soon. The cans are scheduled for delivery July 1st through the 3rd, with the first pickup on automated truck being July 9th. There will be flyers coming out on the doors stating what the rules are for the cans and when the pickups will be, as well as a sticker placed inside the lid letting you know what day your trash is going to be picked up now, with hopes to getting a 2-day route on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All budgets are looking pretty good. We're about 90% expended with the exception of City Hall and this new garbage truck and trash cans. We're going to have to do some amendments there. The auditor has recommended that we wait until he does his reports and get a finalized number on that. The house behind the fire hall is almost ready to go out to bid, should be gone by end of August. And Rails for Trails is gearing up with a trailhead planned here at the community center in hopes that within the next year we should see progress on that project. That's it.
We hope we'll see somebody doing something by the end of the summer on that project, so optimism still. Next item, hearing of the citizens and/or delegates. If you would like to address the council, please step to the podium. Would respectfully ask that you limit those comments to 3 minutes.
Here we go.
Pam Filavazo, Algood Citizens Action Committee. And since I do have only 3 minutes, I'd ask that no one interrupt me, and I'll take any questions or anything at the end. About 7 months ago at the November meeting, we brought it to the attention that this council needs an anti-racial profiling policy for the police department and also an affirmative action program and promotion in the city hiring. And we're wondering what, if anything, has been done about that. But that's not a question. And the next thing is, at the end of the meeting last month, Jennifer Green came to me with a confrontation, refused to let me exit the building, acted in a manner which I can only say was not becoming of someone sitting on council. In accordance with that, Section 217 of the city charter provides for the council to remove a council member, and I would ask that that be considered, or that some kind of sanction be done. Because this kind of bullying, you know, I'll just go to the police. It won't be tolerated. And this has been tried 2 months in a row. You know, I don't know what you guys think. We're a bunch of hothead hillbillies that can't control ourselves, but we're not going to be provoked into a physical confrontation. We're a little smarter than that. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to address the council? Any member of the council like to speak?
Yes, I would, Mr. Mayor. And if you'll bear with me, I have to write things down, so I'm going to read from some notes that I've made. First of all, I want to congratulate all the department heads on another really, really good fiscal year and coming in under budget, as usual. To Keith Morrison, tackled your first budget, did exactly what we asked you to, which was to balance it. We have that in front of us. And finally, to all the employees that work for this city, because they're the ones that make this city go. We sit up here and we make decisions based on facts and information that we have. And we pass that along to the department heads, and they pass it along to the employees who do make this city go. So if you see them out somewhere, tell them thanks, because, yeah, they're getting paid to do a job, but they are doing the work. Our Public Works Department and Water Department, making sure that everything's running smoothly, no water breakdowns, trash is picked up. Administration, Ms. Larson and her group, seeing the public on a daily basis and coming in. Our fire department is now doing a lot of training, stepping up to the plate, and making advances for this city. And it's all volunteer, but they're doing it. And finally, our police department, 50% of which is certified training officers, 7 out of 14. That's a pretty good ratio, folks. Be proud of what you got right here. Some facts. In the last 3 years that I've been involved with this council. Number one, you're sitting in it. One of the finest things that's happened in this city is this new municipal building. 2, an upcoming fire hall expansion that's desperately needed, and it's coming. A Burton Branch Road improvement project. Folks, we're going to pave that thing, widen it to 3 lanes, and take that curve out. Automated garbage pickup. We've been talking about that tonight. That's a definite improvement. That releases a couple of guys, employees from Victor to put elsewhere. Also cuts down on workman's comp claims. In case somebody were to get injured. We got a 3-phase drainage project that we're in the middle of over on Williams Square and Williams Circle. And this year, we've started an annual paving and sidewalk project where we're identifying streets that need it desperately, making lists and going and paving them. And paving is getting ready to start in the next 2 to 3 days.
Starts tomorrow morning.
And I think these are improvements and steps forward that everybody in this city can enjoy. Again, I'm not making these statements for a pat on the back. I'll be the last guy in line for that. I'm just making you aware of the things that this city is doing that are good, that are for the good of the entire town. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Gert. Any other council members, department heads that would like to speak? Any other members of the citizenry there want to speak? There being no further business before this council, I move adjournment. Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. We stand adjourned.